And then we will get started. Okay. All right, so today we have 30-minute meditation. We're starting a few minutes late, so it might go over a few minutes, but we're going to start with gentle movements. You do not have to move from your seat or your chair. Gentle movements just to welcome stillness into the body and the mind, because sometimes it's hard to go through your entire day when we're running around and thinking so much to just sit still. So we're just going to move our bodies around, connect the movement with the breath, and then we'll work our way right into the meditation from there. You can feel free to keep your cameras off. You can have them on, whatever you feel comfortable with. So I'm going to sit with my legs crossed. I just like sitting on the floor in an easy seat. Feel free to sit however you'd like. Eventually, I make my way onto a pillow. So if you want to sit up on a pillow, on a block, anything that feels good. After the movement, if you want to lie down and do your meditation lying down, feel free. If you are someone who falls asleep during meditation, maybe sit up, just so you get the benefits. All right, so let's get started. So find yourself in a nice, comfortable seat. And just get yourself to sit up nice and tall. Your legs can be crossed, or feel free to have your legs extended out long, whatever feels right. You could also be sitting in a chair, right? So you don't have to be on the floor. You could do this in a chair. If you're in a chair, just have your feet flat on the floor. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, let's just sit up nice and tall and lengthen up through the crown of the head so that you feel like the crown of your head is being pulled up towards the sky by a string, right? And wherever you find yourself sitting, feel the roots, right? Your sit bones being pulled down into the ground. It's almost like you're being pulled in these two opposite directions. You have this rising from the crown of the head and this grounding from your sit bones. And now let's just welcome some gentle movement. So all we're going to do is inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, rain it down. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, rain it down. Good. Inhale, reach. And exhale, let it go. Good. This time, inhale your arms to a T. Hold the breath, retain the inhale. And inhale again, reach up for the sky. Sip in that last bit of air. Hold it in the belly, hold it in the chest, and exhale, let it go. Inhale again, arms to a T. Inhale again, sip in that last bit of air like you're sipping in through a straw. And exhale, let it go. Good, one more time, inhale. And inhale. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful, inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, twist to the right. You can put one palm on the outside of your knee, the other fingertips back behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, or if you're sitting in a chair, feel free to have your hand on the outside of your thigh. And as you inhale, sit up nice and tall. And exhale, maybe you twist a little bit deeper, but not forcing anything. Relaxing through the shoulders, maybe even close down the eyes. And taking full, deep belly breaths. On your next inhale, come back through center, reach for the sky. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Left fingertips reach back behind you. Relax through the shoulder. Again, inhale, lengthening up through the crown of the head like you're being pulled up towards the sky. And on the exhale, maybe you twist a little bit deeper. Again, I like to close my eyes to really just bring my attention to the sensations in the body. Breathing into the belly, and on your next inhale, reach, come back to neutral. And exhale, twist over again to the other side. And this time we'll move a little bit quicker. So inhale, back to center, reach. Exhale, twist to the left. Good, one more on each side. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Good, take one more full conscious breath in through the nose. And exhale, let it all go. Take one more inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, rain the fingertips down. On your next inhale, shrug your shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, round them back and down the back. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. And exhale, down and back. One more inhale. Exhale. Invite a nice release on the exhale. Good. Release your palms to the tops of your thighs or the tops of your knees. And we're just going to bring our left ear towards our left shoulder. Releasing some tension in the neck. Again, I always like to close my eyes to just bring my attention to the sensation. So feeling this nice pull down the side of your neck. And if you want to deepen the stretch, you can bring your opposite fingertips to the side of your head and just pull your ear towards your shoulder a little bit more, nice and gently. And just consciously work your right elbow towards the ground. You might even feel a deepening in the side of your neck. Take one more full breath. Exhale, let it go. Come back up through center and come right onto the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Maybe closing down the eyes and just noticing how this feels. Right? Just bring your attention to the feeling, to the sensation. If at any point you want to deepen the stretch, you can bring your right fingertips to the opposite side of the head. Sending your breath to the sensation. Right, I once heard a therapist say that where there is tension, we must pay attention. Right, so pay attention to this pull, pay attention to the tension that you feel in your body, maybe even your mind. Take one more inhale. And exhale, bring it back. Now we're just going to bring chin to chest. Relaxing through the shoulders. Feeling that nice pull down the back of your neck, maybe even down the spine. And just taking full deep breaths. And then take one more breath here. And stay here for the exhale. Beautiful. Bring your gaze back up. And now we take our gaze up, chin up towards the sky. Just letting the back of your head fully get pulled down towards the earth. Letting gravity do the work. You might even feel this nice pull opening in the throat. Feel free to part the lips. Relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, softening through the face. And take one more breath. Good, and when you're satisfied, just come back to neutral. And right away, I'm going to close down my eyes as we now enter our meditation. So if you'd like to lie down, you can lie down, or you can stay seated. Make any adjustments that you need. Make yourself comfortable. And let's continue to ground in as we sit up nice and tall, crown of the head reaching towards the sky, sit bones grounding into the earth. Relax through the shoulders, soften through the face. Right, release any tension in your forehead, that space between the eyebrows. Right, let it go. Let your eyes nestle back into their sockets. Relax through the cheekbones. Unclench the jaw. And again, relaxing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Just letting your thighs get nice and heavy. Your elbows get nice and heavy. And just give yourself permission to be here for the next 20 minutes or so. All right, give yourself permission to let go. Give yourself permission to relax and be in calmness and in peace. Start to notice your breath. Right? Notice the quality of your breath. As you breathe in and out through the nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. Notice if your breath is slow and controlled. Right? Notice if it's full. Or notice if it's fast and constricted. Notice if it's getting stuck. Right? Or notice anything in between. Notice the temperature of your breath. Does it feel warm or does it feel cool? And even notice where you feel the breath as you inhale. Do you feel it enter through the nostrils? Maybe it hits the back of your throat and travels down into the belly. And notice where you feel the breath on the exhale. Simply just bringing your attention to it. And noticing that just by bringing your attention to your breath, it naturally starts to change, right? Maybe we start to deepen it and slow it down just by bringing our attention to it. Right, and I love this idea that simply by bringing our attention to something, it creates opportunity to transform, right? An opportunity for change. So simply just by bringing your attention to the quality of your breath and the sound of your breath, you invited an opportunity for transformation. Right? An opportunity to direct the breath however you wanted to. And just think about how this applies to your life, right? That when you bring your attention to something, anything, you have the opportunity, you invite the opportunity for transformation. So start to deepen the breath. As you inhale through the nose, I invite you to just make the exhale longer than the inhale. You can even exhale out of your mouth to invite a little bit more of relaxation, a little bit more of a release. And if your mind wanders elsewhere, right, that's totally okay. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. Right? But when your mind does wander, just notice where it goes and gently give yourself permission to come back to the breath. Right? No judgment, no criticism. Now you can continue with the sound of your breath and feel free to block out my voice. Right? If you're really feeling your breath, you could even mute me and continue with that. Right? Or you can listen to the sound of my voice as we enter a little bit of a visualization practice. Right? So continue softening and deepening your breath, making the exhales longer than the inhales. And I just want you just to think about how from the time we're born, roles are assigned, right? Maybe expectations are put on you. Family roles are designated to you. Maybe societal roles and expectations. Right? We get to a point in our lives where we feel like our lives are being decided for us. So think about the roles that you have, the expectations that are put on you, right? Even if you enjoy them, right? This doesn't have to be a bad thing, but even if you enjoy them, right? You grow up in a family, so maybe you play a role as a sister, as a daughter, right? Maybe you're a grandmother, maybe you're an aunt. And outside of a nuclear family, maybe you're a partner, right? And maybe you have a job, and so you play a role in your career or your job, and you have these expectations. And just for a moment, after you've reflected on and you've gathered all of the expectations and the roles that you have, right? Including to-do lists, right? So all the things that you're expected to complete. You know, it's Christmas, so there's a lot of expectations around the holidays and gift giving and all of these things, right? A lot of to-do lists. So after you've gathered, you've created a list of all these expectations and roles, right? All these different hats that you wear, all these different outfits you put on. Just for a moment, I want you to feel what it feels like for all of this to dissolve right before your eyes, right? Temporarily. You have no role to fulfill. No expectations. All you have to do is be here and breathe. And that's enough. Sometimes we get so caught up in meeting these roles and fulfilling these expectations perfectly, right? Because a lot of the times our self-worth depends on it, right? We only feel worthy if we're the best, right? The best at our role. If we check off every single expectation, if we check off everything on our lists, right? We say, if I do this, then I'm worthy, then I'm happy. And I just want you to feel what it feels like for your worthiness and your happiness to not depend on something external. That just by you being here and breathing, you are already enough. Right? You are already so loved. Right? You don't have to be the best at something and do everything perfectly in order to be loved, in order to be worthy. You already are. So just for a moment, notice what it feels like to just be your breath, right? Not even be with your breath, but actually be your breath. Whatever that means for you. As the roles and the expectations dissolve, and on every inhale you take, welcome love. Inhale the love, inhale the compassion, inhale the worthiness. And exhale, release all of the expectations and all of the roles. Feeling your shoulders get a little heavier. Right, heavier towards the ground as you just release. Maybe you even repeat to yourself, I am enough. I am worthy. I am love. And just staying with your breath, staying with this energy that you've created for yourself.
Sometimes your life feels like a broken roller coaster, 1,000 useless moving parts. Sometimes you spend your nights too scared of getting closer, hiding out in the backseat of your car. You tell yourself it's raining, the clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your head. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees. Look up. Mondays aren't always bright. Some days you lose the fight, but life can be beautiful if you let it be. Tomorrow keeps taunting you with all kinds of mystery. It's a blank page for your poetry if you let it be. So don't tell yourself it's raining, the clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your head. Hold on, there's somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees, yeah. Look up. Look up. Hold on. Look up. Sometimes your life feels like a broken roller coaster, 1,000 useless moving parts. Look up, do you see the sunlight? Look up, there's flowers in your head. Hold on, 'cause somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees, yeah. Look up. Trouble's always gonna be there. Look up. Don't let it bring you to your knees. Look up.
Just take a moment to stay with your breath. All right, if you lost it, that's okay. Just come back to it. And notice the energy that you've created in your body just by taking this time for yourself. Notice how you feel now compared to before you started. And keeping your eyes closed, just visualize the four walls that are surrounding you. Just bring yourself back into your physical space. Right, envision the outline of your body. Let your breath return to its natural ebb and flow. And if you feel comfortable, you can bring your hands together at the heart. Take a nice big inhale. Feel your heart rise to meet your thumbs. Then exhale, let it go. Just welcome that release on the exhale. Let's do one more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Just take a moment to bow your head towards your heart, thanking yourself for giving yourself this time and this space. And take a moment to acknowledge your beautiful body, your beautiful mind, and your beautiful spirit. And thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. The light in me honors and is the same as the light in you. I bow down to each and every one of you. Namaste. And feel free to take your time. There's no rush to open up the eyes. Right, and maybe you just sit with yourself for a little bit. And feel free to sign out on your own. But just take your time. There's no rush. And thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.